3v3 Tier 2 Semifinals. Fueled by Waifu versus TZL Esports. And this should be a good one. You see how evenly matched they are as far as record is concerned. Fueled by Waifu have already knocked off the #1 seed. This one's against the wall. Sin sends it up to his captain. Moose can't get to it in the Batmobile. Bolts get a quick turn. Good 50. Stick with it. Sin's already in the air. But T56 is able to stop it. Bolts off the wall. Back into the field. Looks like he has an empty one.
También se prepara Esteban Granero, el pirata, por cierto, las reacciones en el banquillo.
¡Ojo, Cristiano! ¡Cristiano del área! ¡Sigue Cristiano!
¡No! and I did forget that Dilly is technically on this team. Go, teammates, go. And Bolts will get smacked. Flamebuster tries to double, hits the backboard twice. And his captain, Fabes, is able to score on the rebound.
Can I get a oh yeah?
And the few games that I have seen from Fueled by Waifu, it's just one too many of those kind of plays where it's just miscommunication right outside of their goal. And it makes for easy scores for their opponents, but they have proved themselves clutch time and time again this season. As Bolts takes another 50. Fabes gets to the air immediately. Fabes has a shot here, and Sin is going to send it out. Bolts already in the sky. What a shot!
Outstanding.
But what a save, Flamebuster. Great read on the shot. And Bolts gets back for his own save. Flamebuster
¡Off the post!
was close to corralling that in, and a demo
Well, we ain't getting any deader.
for Moose on Faves. The two captains getting tied up there, and Moose is able to hustle back after his demo attempt to make a save, but Faves takes the touch from Sin off the corner to no one in particular. And Faves is able to take advantage. TZL with the lead. Flamebuster catches, looking for a double, can't get to it. Good pass though. And more trouble there for Fueled by Waifu. It's something about their paint, the paint outside their goal. They once you get the ball that close, there seems to be a decent amount of confusion as who should go. Bolts gets out of the way. Sin with the big booming clear. Flamebuster to the back wall, beats one, looking to beat Sin, can't do it. Down to 2 minutes now. Great 50 by Bolts to the other side of the field. Moose touches to the corner. 50 out, Bolts up to himself. It'll waterfall one more time, and T recognizes that and is able to put a half clear out of the field. Moose looking to tie it up and does just that. Sin with the backwards, the backflip pass, and we are tied 2-2. And Dilly's hoping to earn a medal from the bench. Bolts into the field. And there's a 50. Flamebuster across midfield. Tries to get the pass. T trying to read. Still gets possession. Bolts and Fabes. Fabes looking for his hat trick. Back in the corner. Good defensive sequence for Fueled by Waifu, as they're able to not only make their saves, make their touches, but turn it into offense almost immediately. Moose gets it through just about 3 defenders. Bolt is in the sky, and the shot goes wide. 40 seconds left. Bolts is in the neighborhood on this one. Flame goes through one. A double commit. Sin gets a little itchy back there, but it looks good. Moose, solid 50. Needs a follow-up, and Bolts and Sin are miscuing on the other side of the field. Bolts almost got caught alone, but he ends up in a tussle with Flamebuster. 50. Fabes sends it to the blue corner. Fabes! This will be the hat trick, but no!
Outstanding.
Off the post.
And they will get it! And I was just about to say what is just a weakness that continues to bite Fueled by Waifu. I thought they were pretty clean outside their net, but TZL kept it alive, kept it interesting, and will take game number 1. And that is a heartbreaking game 1 loss for Fueled by Waifu. But as I mentioned, they have had, including playoffs, I believe six games to go to a full series.
Killtrocity.
So they are used to these tight games. Bolts gets a shot in. T is able to get the save. Sin gets up, but has to settle for the 50. Here's Fabes. Had the hot hand in game 1. And can't get it going here. Flamebuster lets this one pass. T recognizes the danger. Bolts sends it to the net. Very good shot from Bolts. Couldn't quite nail the placement down, but man, that was a hell of a shot. Here's Flamebuster. Off the wall. Now a dunk by T. Sin by himself. Let's see how he plays it. Maintains boost. Gets up. Beats the defender. Moose has the shot. Lines it up. Sends it in. And Moose gets it done.
Encara Messi, 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 gol, 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 gol.
Fueled by Waifu will take the lead 1-0. It was TZL that struck first in game 1, so let's see if Fueled by Waifu can ride this momentum. And Sin has to watch the would-be waterfall head to the corner. Moose has 1 goal, keeps it interesting, has the 50. Crossing. Fabes is by himself and plays it smart from the front post. Pass. Bolts is there, and just a smidge wide for the Bolty one. Lead still goes to Fueled by Waifu. Bolts gets up. Good shot. You'd be hard pressed to find someone question Bolt's mechanics. And Sin gets a big dunk. Tries to center out of the corner, but he had some members of TZL waiting for him. Good pressure from Waifu. And they continue to cut the field in half. And Flamebuster is able to force the issue to the blue side. Bolt sends it out. Tracking it down. Faves is there. Takes a fake. Flamebuster touches and fueled by Waifu, perhaps trying to grind out this 1-0 win.
Get him a body bag! Yeah!
Bolt gets up to the backboard. Fabes cancels out of his aerial. Crossing another demo.
You're not that guy, pal.
But Moose ends with possession. Bolt gets up mighty speedy. And it drops to T, who can't quite handle it. Stays on the orange side. Sin touches, gets the shot. Faves on defense. Flamebuster touches here. Bolt's going the other way. And a big dunk by T, and likely much needed. Sin working the 50 angle. Moose beats one, beats two, but gets bumped off the rest of the play. Let's see what Fabes has. And plenty of demos. But it might end. No!
Outstanding.
Saved by T56. And Lunchbox, appreciate the sub. I think you try that every playoff series, but no, I don't have it. Do not have it. I show it at the end in the post game, Lunch. Sin. Look at that. Give themselves some cushion. 29 seconds remaining, so a very late 2-goal lead. And this is what we can expect from Waifu. No, this is tier 2. What a shot. And Fabes prevents a third goal, but the damage might be done here. Ticking down to 10 seconds. Moose handles it in the corner. What a shot there by Fabes. 10 seconds. And Moose just can't get a hold of it. We were all expecting catch. Fabes says, don't mind if I do. And this next kickoff is everything. Waifu does not want to let this be anything but a quick grounder. And if they do not, Fabes almost gets it. Flamebuster against the back wall. Someone needs to touch it. And Fueled by Waifu escapes. And this Fueled by Waifu team is just a team for the drama, for the theatrics. Never a dull moment. Sin is our MVP. 291, 1 goal, 1 assist, and 3 shots each for Waifu. So they have the offensive pressure, but it's equally distributed. Everyone playing the part. Everyone has a hand in the gameplay. And the series is tied now 1-1. Fueled by Waifu. Slow to ready up, perhaps using the full intermission. And we do have another best of 7 at the top of the hour. And yeah, we are going to ride this one down, perhaps talking more strategy. We saw the fantastic adjustment from Waifu. From games 1 to 2. And here we go. Startup of game 3. Faves off the wall. Can't finish. Flamebuster. Back in. That might be on target. Maybe a little wide. Indeed it is. And Fueled by Waifu almost got away with one there. But right now, everything seems to be trending Waifu. Good 50 by Moose. I thought he was dead to rights. And Bolts will lose the 50, collect the save, but Flamebuster's in.
Jeepers, mister, you're really strong.
And now TZL will take the lead. TZL nearly shut out in game number 2. They were able to score a late goal. And now they have the lead in game 3. Bolts gets it around. Big dunk by T. Flamebuster can't get to it. Takes a bump by Sin. And TZL are playing very disciplined Rocket League right now. They're not letting any stray balls get past them. Bolts gets up to the corner and Flamebuster sends it out, and that's what I'm talking about. No wasted motion for them.
Off the post!
And Fueled by Waifu is gonna have to figure something out. You don't hear talk in Rocket League about, you know, playing man-to-man or anything like that, but just seems like if you were to employ such a thing against TZL currently, you'll be near the ball. At least someone will be. Flamebuster looking to get out. Bolts on the 50. Moose tries for the dunk, but he runs into T as Faves takes a demo at the goal. Bolts pops up to himself. Can't finish. Sin tries to get the pass, but it looks like it's orange ball. Moose sends it to the corner. Some confusion here, maybe from both sides, and Faves is able to recover possession. Good 50 from Moose. It's crazy to see Moose be so effective with the Batmobile, but it doesn't seem like too much of a hindrance for him, given the hitbox. Flamebuster up to the corner. Sin off the wall. TZL taking their time. Here's a cross and here's a score. TZL up by 2.
That was legitness.
And we talked about how many games Fueled by Waifu, rather how many series have gone the full distance, whether it's a game 5 or a game 7. And this may be why. You know, they looked so good in game 2, can do no wrong. And whether it's a lack of performance by them or an adjustment by the opposing team, they're just unable to turn that kind of performance in on a consistent basis, game in and game out, as they are down late in game 3. Moose collects it, gets the 50. Driving in, has an opportunity, sends it away. I think that was T56 playing defense, but the dribbles
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
from Canada's favorite son is able to get past and get into the net, cut the lead in half in 1:40. And Fueled by Waifu is right back into this. It's in. Self-pass. Ran out of boost. Can't get the touch, and Faves gets a fantastic wall pinch. Flamebuster flexing his muscle out there, and that one gets in. TZL responds immediately. Bolts tries for the shot. T bangs it away.
I wouldn't venture out there, fellas. This sniper's got talent.
And Sin can't get back in time to make the save. Fueled by Waifu again find themselves in a 2-goal hole. Flamebuster can't touch. Bolts with the placement. And Bolts is able to benefit from not even a poor touch from T. Really just a no touch from, I believe that was Flamebuster who went flying. And sometimes that's all it takes, just being at the right place, right time to capitalize on mistakes. Bolts gets up to the sky immediately. Fabes drops it back. Sin sends a shot away. Moose is there. Under 60 seconds now. Flamebuster can't get it past Bolts. Moose with a quick turn. Beats the defender. Pass up to his teammate. And Bolts is all the way back. I thought he'd be filling that gap there. But perhaps they don't feel the situation is very dire. Fabes can't handle. And Flamebuster is able to bail them out. Under half a minute now. TZL really trying to clamp down on defense. Moose is around. Bolts back to the midfield. Takes a pass off the wall. Stays with it. Good touches by Flame. And 10 seconds to go. There's a demo and just a wide shot from Sin. We're not done yet. And that should be it, right down to the turf. TZL gets that initial lead and grinds out the rest of the win. Flamebusters now our MVP. 428, 2 goals, 1 save, 3 saves from Bolts on the other side. Much needed considering the 7 shots from TZL. And I mean, stop me if you heard this before, but it seems like whoever controls the ball the most, whoever has the most offensive pressure is going to walk away with the win in this series. But with it being a best of 7, we might see a few different complexions and a different dynamic throughout the series. Touch from Sin, up to Bolts, and unable to get the shot to go. Bolts collects possession, a lot of back and forth here. He eats a bump. Moose couldn't read it. And Sin blesses his team with a fantastic clear. Ball on the orange side of the field. Sin sends it away, and a save by Flamebuster. Flamebuster, good air carry to the other side of the field. It could have been shot or pass, but it gets disrupted by the Waifu defenders. Bolts tries to get it in. Great shot. Could have been a little more mid, but Flamebuster again showing us his stuff on defense. Up to Sin. Sin can't touch. Faves. The Bolts. Now the dunk. Flamebuster gets turned around. Let's see how he wants to play it. Bolts trying to read the situation and just keeps it wide left. Didn't really go shot. Didn't really end up being pass. But we are 0-0.
Killtrocity.
And it seems like both teams have been apt to employ the demo tactics with really no clear-cut advantage to either team. Sin collects it. Sends it away. Gets underneath. And Flamebuster's back again, but we have a Rule 1. So let's see here. Bolt's really just a tactician on any Rocket League field. Moose has admitted as much that he may not be as comfortable in 2v2 situations as he'd like. And if it were to shake out that way, he'd prefer Sin. What a save.
Outstanding.
So it's hard to say who has the advantage here. Bolts beats the defender, keeps going. He's going to pass by the Rule 1 on his way to not score, and it's broken up. Just too much commotion in that corner for the Rule 1 to survive there, and no team benefits. Flamebuster gets cut off at the midfield. T gets up over Moose, and Sin pops it away. Flamebuster goes to halt it. Sin against the wall, 50 out to the corner. Bolts going to the goal. Moose can't touch it. And we're down to 60 seconds. Perhaps an overtime here in game 3. Sorry, game 4. And not if Bolts has anything to say about it. The length of the field.
I wouldn't venture out there, fellas. This sniper's got talent.
Right outside his net. No one can get to it. And that's what speed will get you. T pops up. And what a save by Wu-Tang Moose. Sends it away. Tries to get away with one. Keeps it wide on the breakaway. And here's the waterfall. And credit to TZL. They recover and they stack in the goal. And it makes it really tough to score easy shots on them. Moose sends a pass and has an exit bump. And what a pass from Bolts to Sin. Off the wall, to himself, to his teammate. And defenders hanging all over Sin. It doesn't matter. Waifu goes up by 2, 28 seconds left. And that might be it. These teams are just way too evenly matched to imagine a 2-goal comeback for either squad against one another. Firefly in the house. What up, Fly? Moose, maybe looking for 3. Looks a little wide. Flamebuster. No panic in that man whatsoever. And the series is tied. And you have to wonder if Waifu knows that they don't have to use the full series. They can get wins. And Flamebuster, it's just what we saw. 5 saves from him. Just building himself up brick by brick. He is just a wall in front of his net. But again, TZL gets shut out on a Fueled by Waifu win. And we'll go to game 5 on the series.
Get him a body bag! Yeah!
So here we are, game number 5. Let's see if one of these two teams can turn the corner. Flamebuster, the defensive hero in game number 4, scores the first goal of game 5. And what a play by him, fueled by Waifu. It's just what I've been talking about. They have such a hard time turning in back-to-back performances of the same degree. And we'll see if that trend continues here for game 5. Both of their game wins in the series have been either a shutout or a near shutout, and already they've allowed TZL to score here. Faves. 50s away. Moose traps it to the corner. Flamebuster wanted some placement there. T56.
También se prepara Esteban Granero, el pirata, por cierto, las reacciones en el banquillo.
Ojo a Cristiano, Cristiano del área, sigue Cristiano. ¡Gol!
Great read by T, and we've talked about it before. You know, part of the game, part of Rocket League, especially in these neck and neck matchups, is just waiting for the other team to flinch, waiting for the other team to make a mistake and then capitalizing. And T was able to read that beautifully. Bolts in the wings, can't get to it. One boost to his name now. He's looks to sweep the goal line. And Sin stops it at midfield. Bolts on the turnaround, can't peel it off the wall for a shot. Gets a bump and no shooter there. Moose trailing a little bit on the play. Bolts sends it to the other side of the field. So an early lead for TZL, but a lot of time left for Waifu to get a little something going. But TZL looks like they're in complete control right now. Flamebuster to the blue corner. Double demos.
Brutality.
And Bolt sends the other way a little wide. And Faves is able to cut it off. Bolts drops it down. That looks good from here. Bolts.
Oh my God, he on X Games mode.
No hesitation whatsoever, and ends with the perfect contact on the ball. And perhaps Waifu's building towards that comeback now. Plenty of time for them. They can't allow something here. Sin gets up, shot, save, Faves keeps it alive, and it gets in. I was just about to say, for those of you who know Waifu, or who have even watching this series, if TZL hangs around this close to the net, they're gonna walk away with a goal. But Waifu unable to make the save and clear combo, and they find themselves down 2 once more. Flamebuster trying to meet up with Bolts. Bolts gets a fake going, but can't get the shot or pass to drop for him. Sin sends a shot, looks like an empty net, and Flamebuster gets back to it just in time. 5 saves in game number 4. And again, he keeps his defense up. Sin collects one on the other end. Fueled by Waifu, running out of time here. TZL trying to lean, maybe trying to score a 4th goal. As Sin gets clocked against the wall, and a shot and save right outside the blue net. Flamebuster sends it out into the field. Great clear for him when you're up by 2 and it's this late in the game. You don't need too much. You need ball control. You need your clears. Hold on. This might be trouble. And Sin too far back on the play to make something of it. Bolts bumping his way out. Sin with the no boost flip reset. And now a big dunk. A score here would make things very interesting. But TZL doesn't look in the least bit interested in giving it up. Moose Rolls a shot. Fapes turns around, and again, credit to TZL. So airtight in their goal when they need it. And that was a beautiful recovery for Faves. Fends off the 2v1. Bolts with a quick, nifty pass and a shooter to boot. And Alligatorsaurus and his raid party are going to help us finish the action here, as this close series closes out yet another game advantage. TZL with another Flamebuster MVP, and again on the back of his defensive performance. 3 saves, 2 goals, 1 assist, just filling the stat line here. We'll ready up, fueled by Waifu. Slow to ready up. Might take the full intermission. They know that the season is on the line here. They've had 6 5-game series, and they need a win here to force a game 7, where at this point they must feel comfortable. Alligator says, went all 7 in ours, ended in a reverse sweep. Damn. Those are, I don't know, you're happy for the winning team, but your heart breaks for the losing team because they were so close. But those are very exciting to watch. So again, welcome Raiders. Alligator, appreciate it again. And let's see, Bolts has switched to the Dominus. He has mentioned that as a not a crutch, but just something that seems to bolster his performance, both in these 3s matchups and in his 1v1 games. All in IGL. Sends a shot. Flamebuster continues to be ironclad outside of his net. Another demo outside the net. Moose has an opportunity. T realizes it, sends it towards his back wall, and Moose will capitalize. What a play by Moose.
Oh yeah, banana bread, bro!
And I asked yesterday if Canadians like banana nut bread, and the only response the chat had was, if you add maple syrup to anything, Canadian will eat it. Bolts sends a shot off the post, goes to double, top save, and what a clear. TZL not ready for a game 7. They know they can end it right here, right now, but it's going to be on the back of a comeback. There's a shot. Moose by himself up to the outlet, and Bolts can't slot it in. Running down the field, Sin by himself, so 2 car switches for fueled by Waifu. Sin switches to Octane, and Bolts switches to Dom. This one goes back to Sin. Sin out of the corner, could be shot at. Bolts gets a dunk off the post, and they keep pressure. Moose looking for goal number 2, and Sin and Bolts just a little too far back to make the most of that rebound. Goes to the corner. Moose with a quick turn. Bolts with the clean Dominus. And there's the 50 against the wall. This looks good for TZL, and Bolts denies them at front post. Moose sends the other way. Flamebuster puts it, tries to put it to the corner, but Bolts is able to send it right back to him as Sin tries to negotiate his way out of his own corner, the same corner, and Bolts gets the save.
Outstanding.
Out in the field. Sin to the wall. And a dunk, but no subsequent shot available after the play. And I will acknowledge this. When Fueled by Waifu has started with the lead in this series, they have been able to end with the win. As Moose is by himself. Back post.
Well, he ain't getting any deader.
Sin is up immediately. Fabes, what a recovery to get that touch. I thought he was out of the play. Fueled by Waifu needs to clamp down here, needs to show their defense. As Moose is just bulldozing through defenders. Bolts gets up. Sin driving back, trying to clear the way. Flamebuster. Let's see if he wants pass or redirect shot. Babes to T, and they tie it up. TZL.
También se prepara Esteban Granero, el pirata, por cierto, las reacciones en el banquillo.
Ojo, Cristiano, Cristiano del área, sigue Cristiano. ¡No!
The infield pass, so tough to defend and so tough to recognize when you have the opportunity in a 3v3. But Fabes knew it perfectly. Bolts was staring at him, staring down the barrel, and he saw his teammate ready for a pass, ready for a shot. Sends it in. Moose with the redirect. Clutch as ever. Wu-Tang Moose with another late lead. What a touch by Sin. Great pass.
Can I get a oh yeah?
And again, just another shot that is almost impossible to defend. So much ball movement. Hard to play it, hard to have someone there. And already TZL's flirting with a tying goal here. Bolts gets up, sends it away, looking for some cushion here. Under 10 seconds now. And Bolts is able to neutralize it, and here we are. Familiar air for Fueled by Waifu. And I haven't been following TZL this season, so I'm not sure where they stand, but Fueled by Waifu is, I don't know, they they seem built for these moments, and if not built for it, definitely comfortable. So both teams slow to ready up. The series is nuts. Walker demands a game 7. And here we go for some predictions. Game 7 prediction here. Neither team has won back-to-back games. So for Fueled by Waifu, if they want it here, they gotta break the mold. They gotta break the pattern. And Sin, great read on defense. Sin will stay with Octane. Bolts will stay with Dominus. Bolts will send a high shot. And there's Flamebuster. And Flamebuster conspicuously absent in that game 6 loss by TZL. Big dunk by Flamebuster. Bolts gets up, takes a half dunk himself. Pass up from Sin to Bolts, and what a play! It does not get much better than this. We saw it developing.
Would you look at that? Filthy. Absolutely filthy.
And Fueled by Waifu is built for prime time. And they take the lead. So there's two trends at work here. Fueled by Waifu has not lost a game where they've taken the first lead, but they also haven't won 2 in a row. So something's got to give here. Out of the corner. Flamebuster. Back to himself. Sim. Backflips. Buster. Maybe do it alone. I don't think it's a pass. And T flips himself out of position. He's in trouble here. And Moose will bury into him. But it looks like by now TZL has been able to recover, and now they want some offense. Faves gets dunked. Moose back on defense. Moose tearing down the field into the corner. Does he want pass? Shot. Trying to get cheeky. But TZL is able to get the panic clear. And here we go. Another demo in midfield. There's been plenty of those. T56 drops it down to Bolts. Ricochet off the ceiling. Sin out of the corner. That might be trouble. Moose needs to keep it going as Faves sends it to the air, but no one ready to address the air ball. And Sin sends it high to the backboard. Moose trying to recover.
Get him a body bag. Yeah.
And I don't know if it's game 7 desperation, but the hits have definitely picked up here. Faves can't get it across midfield. Flamebuster looks to help him out. T56 already up to the sky. Bolts can't handle it. Might be trouble, and his captain, Wu-Tang Moose, is able to bail him out. Across the field's clear. Sin up to Moose. Moose looks to redirect and can't quite get it done. What a game. Faves on the sideline. Good dribbles. Good beat. T gets turned around. Low on boost. Goes for the midfield 100. And he's back in the action. Sin gets up for the read at front post. Bolts clears it out. And look at TZL. They've cut the field in half effectively. They still have yet to find pay dirt.
Yeah, but that backflip though.
Faves chucks it up to Moose. Moose by himself fends off the essential 3v1, and Bolts is gonna have some options here. And Moose lets this one pass. Another demo.
Brutality.
Under 60 seconds now. Remember, fueled by Waifu, all their wins have been with the defensive performances like this. And Bolts gets it done, takes the pass. T can't clear his net.
That was legitness.
And they're up 2-0 with 34 seconds left. Izzy Bizzle in the chat, bad luck or not, fueled by Waifu was built for the moment, and Sin wants another goal. Moose to the corner. This should be it. Try to keep it up in the air, but they're down by 2, and that's what that cushion does. And what a series fueled by Waifu. I don't know. It seems like they're uncomfortable unless it goes the full series. And let me call out to Bolts and see what he says about this. He's pretty monotone, but let's see if we can get some excitement in his voice for that series. Bolts,
my man.
I was wondering if you'd have excitement in your voice, and your first comment answered my question. No.
No, I'm very hyped right now. I'm smiling from cheek to cheek.
Well, congrats. I don't know. You know, when I first came into this match and I saw it trending, you know, the same way that you guys have been, you know, getting things done, I was thinking, you know, why do they do this to themselves? How is it every time Obama comes in, he says the same? But now that I've seen one of these series, it seems like a preference. Like, it seems like if you guys don't do it that way, it's not even a win.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, we watch a lot of version 1 gameplay, clearly. You know, take after them. They were the team who's known to go to most game 5s, and I don't know if they had the best win percentage in those game 5s, but or slash game 7s. But, you know, we like to keep it close. We like to keep it close. You know, it's good practice. You know, we just like to give our fans the biggest heart attacks. So,
well, they were feeling it for sure. So huge congrats. You know, the sky's the limit. You guys knock off the #1 seed, of course, in a 5-game series last week. And I don't know if you feel the same way, but once you do that, I feel like it's your bracket to lose. You know, you've already proven that you can not only play with the best of the best, but also win on your better days, and I'm not sure if you guys feel the same.
Right. I mean, definitely getting a win against the 1 seed, it gives you that confidence that, you know, hey, you know, we actually have a chance in this thing. Like we can actually go out and beat anyone.
Right.
And you know, of course, we still got the 2 seed and the 6 seed over there waiting for us now. So either way, it's gonna be tough. You can't underestimate anyone in this bracket.
No.
Or else it's gonna bite you.
Definitely. And I don't think you guys would do that. You just kind of expect the 7-game, the 5-game, and go from there. You and Sin had the car change at game 6, I believe it was. Has there been any talk of just starting with those vehicle choices?
No.
Because then you don't go to game 7, right? You might just end it in 4 or 5.
Exactly. But no, I feel like the Dominus, it's a lucky Dominus. I don't know what it is. This thing has bailed me out more than I can count.
Yeah.
So, you know, I just decide I'm just going to save it. You know, why waste its usefulness in the first games? You know, you got to keep it for when you need it most. So anytime it gets to a match point for them, I always bring it out.
Right. I think the defining moment probably of the series is game 7, 0-0. Sin passes it up to you. You're in the opposing corner against the wall. Did he call out that pass, or did you see it develop and knew you can make the shot?
I think I called it, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
Because I saw he had an uncontested ball and he had a free boom, so he could just get it to me.
Right.
And you know, no doubt it was going in.
Yeah, it's that kind of play. Not only do you guys take the lead, set the tone, but it's just the manner in which you scored. You know, just it's a clip, it's a highlight, and I'm not sure if you feel the same way, but something like that can just really, you know, take the wind out of the sails of the other team, and I think that's might have been what we saw there.
For sure. I mean, it's like in basketball when you're on a breakaway, or, you know, just in general, you get that dunk that kind of energizes the crowd.
Right.
No crowd here except for egg people. You know, we could hear them cracking up in the stands, and you know. But no, plays like that really do, you know, kind of energize the team a bit. And, you know, I'm glad that we have a couple of guys like that can make those kinds of plays when we need it, especially in a game 7 environment. You know, the pass was exactly where it had to be.
Yeah, no, great, perfect pass, perfect shot by you. So last thing, who we giving the game ball to before we get out of here?
Yo, let's just
don't do it, Bolts. Okay, you pick someone. Sin. All right. Yeah, there's no wrong answers. Moose, I think he had his best performance I've ever seen. I think it was in game 6. I think it was in game 6.
I might have to give it to Moose, thinking back on it. He scored a lot of goals this game.
He scored a lot of goals, but when you guys needed it, you know, that clutch trait that you guys have.
For sure. I'm actually taking the ball away from Sin. I'm taking it from his hands right now, and I'm giving it to Moose.
That is a FuryAintMad first. I've had several captains give it to themselves. I've never had a well, you're not the captain. I never had someone give it to someone, take it away, and give it to someone else. But we're gonna lock in your answer there, Bolt. So sorry.
Have you ever cut the ball in half and give it to both players? Have you ever done that?
I never have, but people have, yeah. People have tried to give it to like the Rocket League community and IGL and me, and it's ridiculous.
I should have given it to my Dominus, actually.
Yeah, see, you're not thinking. But anything else before we get out of here, Bolts?
No, I mean, shout out to my teammates. Shout out to everyone watching. Shout out to my Dominus. You know, and hey, you know, we'll be in the finals, hopefully on this channel.
I'll be ready. I'll be ready. So congrats and good luck next week.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.